Hello neighbors, welcome to the show. My name's John Moore. Today's video is going to be an introduction to a new series I'm doing on beginner banjo. So this is going to be going on alongside my intermediate and advanced lessons, which are more or less me playing songs that are intermediate and advanced level and just slowing them down. These are songs for people who are already at a level where they can follow along and play by ear. Now this video series that I'm doing is going to be a little more basic. It's going to be for people who have just bought a banjo, they're just starting out and trying to learn. They want to familiarize themselves with the instrument, learn the very basics of how to pick, the basic types of rolls, basic riffs, a few basic songs. And really the best way to learn these riffs is to incorporate them into songs rather than to learn to lick themselves, because once you have it in the context, then we can begin to learn and experiment and have a lot of fun with it, and that's really where you'll begin to develop your own style. But your own style will come naturally on its own. What I'm going to be doing in this video series is I'm going to be teaching you guys sort of the Scruggs style of banjo playing. I'm not strictly a Scruggs player. I started out on Scruggs. I played Scruggs for years. Started out when I was 12 years old, and I was a nut about the banjo. Played about 3 or 4 hours a day after school. And so I played a lot of Scruggs, but I eventually started getting into a little more of the long-haired stuff, chromatics and melodics and whatnot. And you'll find that peppered in there a little bit as well in some of my picking. But these beginner lessons are going to be pretty much Scruggs exclusively, which I think is the best foundation for you to start off with. The Scruggs style of picking is sort of the vanilla ice cream of the banjo picking style. So that's not to say that it's bland. That's just to say that it's ubiquitous with bluegrass music. If you play Scruggs style, you can play pretty much with anyone without significantly altering the musical style of that band. So you become an excellent fill-in musician. You can basically play with anyone. You can play at jams. It's a great style to teach improvisation, and it's got a huge catalog of licks, anywhere from beginner all the way to advanced with the licks and with the songs. And once you learn some of those advanced licks, and you can start taking those and putting them into the more basic songs and really just having a ball with it. So we might start off with something like Cabin in Caroline. Or we can go to a song like a more intermediate song like the Foggy Mountain Special. That's one of the more popular videos I've done, the lesson on that and the music video I've done on that. And it's a kitchen sink song. You can take it anywhere from intermediate to advanced, so we can do it sort of basic. We can dress it up a little bit. We can just take it out into outer space. So, I mean, you can just go crazy with this stuff. And that's really what I mean by that. It's like it goes with anything. You can start throwing in other styles of music with it. You can start throwing in chromatic stuff with it, like Lonesome Road Blues, as Earl Scruggs does it. You can dress it up a little bit, maybe throw in some chromatics, a little bit of newgrass stuff. You just go have fun with it. So it's a great basic structure. It's a cornerstone of bluegrass music. So that's the style we're going to be starting you off with, all right? Other styles, there's Stanley Style music. I don't start people off with that. Reason being, Stanley Style is a 3-finger picking style, but he started out, as far as I know, picking 2-finger. He went over to 3-finger, but he never really got the full hold of it. So it turned into his style, and it became its own very interesting and unique sound, and a lot of people really like it, and I like the sound as well. It's got a lot of drive to it. but it's got some bad habits baked into it that might hold you back if you decide to go into, say, something like melodic or something like the Reno style of music. It might hold you back a little bit. So I tend to pull people away from that a little bit at first, at least, until we can get the very basics down pat. Now, of course, there's Bill Keith. And it doesn't all have to be happy sounding. You can take it and make it. You can make it pretty bluesy. You can go anywhere with it you want to. So all kinds of different styles. There's the Reno style. And you heard a little bit of the Reno style earlier. I mixed that with Scruggs style, and that's how versatile the Scruggs style is once you begin to learn how to blend other styles into it. That whole double banjo blues. That's Don Reno style, double picking. All kinds of interesting styles that we can begin to throw in there, and we can switch completely over to another style once we get the basics down. So in the next video, I'm going to be going over with you guys the anatomy of the banjo. We're going to be going over the names of all these parts and what they do, just so you can know what they are as I call these parts out. Say if I need you to pick the third string, you know what the third string is, or you know what the first string is, and you know what the fifth string is, and you know how to tune the fifth string and how to get your banjo in tune. So I'm going to be introducing you to the instrument in the next video. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're excited for this new series. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.